Thanks, Joey. Time now for a check of our top stories. And to cope with the lack of employees at the San Juan International Airport in Puerto Rico, the airport hosted its own job fair. Take a look.
Due to the labor shortage caused by the coronavirus pandemic, the International Airport Luis Muñoz Marin in Puerto Rico made a job fair to recruit more than 500 employees. Many Puerto Ricans from different ages and parts of the island arrived to the job fair. At the beginning, there will be only up to 400 positions. That number increased. During the changing and hard times in the labor area, business that operate at the airport have to take some measures to continue operations despite the labor shortage, like increased payments per hours and also doing job fairs. The company recognized that the airport is the first place that the passengers see when they come to the island, so the importance of a good impression. Also recognize the issues the staff shortage has provoked limitations in services like operations and maintenance.
We had initially communicated approximately 450 positions. Currently that number stands at around 543 positions available. And that is as we continue to gather other concessionaires or other entities that are part of our community here at the airport that have actually joined in as part of this effort for the job fair. We've seen more jobs come available for the job fair and be out there available for folks to come in and apply for. We have positions from pretty much everything in the spectrum. We have from maintenance and cleaning to warehousing positions, to supervisory roles, some management positions, security, tow trucks, firefighters, you name it. I mean, we have everything under the rainbow. This is opportunities or jobs that are out there that actually are to be filled for the entire community. So you have a very wide array of positions that are currently available. Our expectation and the reason why we're doing this today is that obviously we recognize that there's an issue and that we have to definitely try to find ways to capture and entice more folks to really join our community. So the expectation for us is that we'll be able to fill most of these positions that we have vacant today so that we can continue to improve the service to our passengers in the future.
On the other hand, Hernandez encouraged past employees to return after the repercussions of COVID-19 cases and high flow of passengers. From San Juan, Puerto Rico, Frances Felix.
All right, thanks so much, Francis. Well, meantime, the Caribbean Court of Justice, or CCJ, has settled the question of whether the law in Barbados allows a man to be charged for the rape of another man. Now it says despite what the local courts ruled, it is permitted. The ruling was the outcome of an appeal filed by the island's Commissioner of Police after a man who faced such a charge was allowed to walk free. The decision means that the accused, Stephen Alline, will have to face court again in connection with a rape allegedly committed 6.5 years ago. Alline had been charged for the August 2nd of 2015 rape, but before the start of the evidence in his trial, he was released by the magistrate who decided that the act of rape did not include anal intercourse between men. The Commissioner of Police had appealed to the local court of appeal, but it agreed with the magistrate's decision. He then filed an appeal with the Trinidad-based CCJ Barbados Final Appeal Court, which heard arguments on November 9th of last year. Now on Tuesday, Justice Denise Barrow delivered a verdict that sided with the island's top COP. 6 of the 7 CCJ judges that heard the appeal found that on a correct interpretation of the Sexual Offenses Act, a man can be charged for the rape of another man.
The Act uses gender-neutral language and extends the definition of rape to include anal penetration. The court found that considering the literal meaning of the words used in the Act, their context, and comparable legislation, any person, male or female, can be the offender or victim of rape. The retention in the legislation of the offense of buggery did not prevent males from being charged with rape, as the Interpretation Act, Section 22, allows offenders to be charged with either offense once they are not punished twice for the same act. The appeal was therefore allowed and the case remitted to the magistrate's court for it to proceed with the preliminary inquiry.
And meantime, families in Haiti are still struggling and left homeless after that massive earthquake back in August. And even more challenges arose after two more significant quakes struck the nation's southern peninsula just 1 week ago, killing at least 2 people and injuring dozens of students. An organization called Food for the Poor has stepped up to help provide aid, including disaster relief kits and 5 containers of Manapak rice meals and medical supplies. Now, the back-to-back quakes came a little more than 5 months after last August's quake that killed more than 2,200 people and destroyed tens of thousands of homes, including at least 258 schools in the same region. Now, the charity has done several numerous things to help since the latest quake, like providing homes for 186 families and starting a home building campaign for 2 villages with 100 homes each for supplying building materials to build temporary schools, with plans for 18 more temporary schools. At least 5 temporary schools for over 1,800 students have now been completed. Now, if you would like to donate and help Food for the Poor continue to deliver aid to Haiti, you can do that at the website there on your screen. And meantime, similar to the U.S. Virgin Islands, in the Bahamas, students have returned to in-person learning. And Barbados Prime Minister is congratulating a woman who's making history in Jamaica. Our One Caribbean News' Deandra Hamilton reports.
It has been a week since schools have reopened face-to-face in the Bahamas, and schools in Cat Island seem to have gotten off to a good start. Arthurstown Comprehensive School and the Old Bight Primary School were captured as they welcomed students back to campus after COVID-19 forced a protracted pause to in-person learning.
In Arthurstown, Cat Island, like a lot of schools around the Bahamas, particularly our family islands, we began our instruction using the hybrid model.
I'm very excited to be back face-to-face with my teachers, especially Ms. King, because she's one of my favorites.
We have decided to take the hybrid approach K4s, grades 1, 3, and 6. And then tomorrow and Thursday, we will bring the other grade levels in. So we have a rotation pretty much. Where 50% of our students are going to be on campus daily until we get the all-clear fully face-to-face.
I feel excited to see my friends again and to see the teachers and to just fun with my friends and go back together.
In other news from the region, Prime Minister of Barbados Mia Mottley congratulates Rear Admiral Antoinette Sandra Lee Wims Gorman on her appointment as the first female Chief of Defense Staff of the Jamaica Defense Force.
On behalf of the government and the people of Barbados, as well as your colleagues in the Barbados Defense Force and the regional security system, I want to extend best wishes to you in your new role. I hope that you will continue to inspire the young women of our region and let them see the potential in a career of service through the military. Let them see what it is like when a woman can break new ground in our region. Let them be inspired by your stellar example. I want to say to you, ma'am, congratulations again. Sail on, Rear Admiral.
Mottley is a repeated history maker herself as the first woman Prime Minister of Barbados and now first Prime Minister of the new Republic. Both scored in back-to-back sweeps of general elections.